What's up, guys? I'm doing an analysis for our last game against Gong Show, which we had a kind of a pathetic loss, pathetic 3-2 loss because Gong Show is not very good. But anyway, this is mainly for our Gremlins team, Gremlins Ice team. So, whoever's not on my Gremlins teams, you don't really have to watch it. By the way, if you guys hear some background noise, sorry about that. It shouldn't be because this mic kind of sucks, but yeah, my brother might say an occasional thing to me or might share a little bit of the video I was watching. But anyway, so just to keep in mind, I'm going to repeat a lot of the same stuff I said in the first video because I assume nobody really watched that. This one's a lot more organized, by the way. So instead of just playing the video over, because I know a lot of you probably already saw the game, I don't want to play the video and then just go through it like I normally do. This one will be organized into 4 sections, namely breakouts, cycles, defense, and kind of a passing and miscellaneous section. Alright, so throughout this video, I'm going to say things like it's definitive, but it may not be. It's just I'm not going to waste time saying in my opinion every single time, or I think, or anything like that. Yeah, so I'm just going to speak like it is absolute, but it isn't. The reason why I'm doing this is because most of you are probably out here just to kind of have fun, drink a beer after the game, and I get that. You're probably not as ambitious as I am to get better, but which is fine. But a lot of people don't have time to practice the skills, but the team can get a lot better if you get better at the positioning aspect of it and some basic mental skills. It's helped my roller team a lot. Even though we don't practice a whole lot, but when I made these videos, we definitely showed a lot of improvement. And now they know what I'm talking about. When I tell them, no, you got to do this on the rig. So that's why I'm doing this. Alright, and in this video, you'll notice that there's a lot of pauses. So I'm not going to waste time and make it super professional or anything. So, it's too bad if it kind of gets really jumpy sometimes. Like I might be talking about one thing and then the next second, and I might just completely jump to something else. So sorry about that. Also, there's I do these videos out of order. So just like when I have time, I think I did the passing and mental part first. So it's funny. I'm talking about the intro right now, but I'm actually doing this part last since it's the longest. Okay, and I'll go ahead and just start it. We can start off with breakouts again. Sorry if you already saw a lot of the same stuff in the first video, if you actually did watch it, but I think it's worth repeating and just making sure everyone sees it. In general, people who don't play in the game don't watch the videos. We're all narcissistic in some way, right? So we're going to start off with breakouts. Alrighty, breakout 101. And hopefully it's not like completely different from the first video. I'm sure it is because I've done this plenty of times. But when we break out, this is kind of the basic setup of what it looks like. So we have a defense in here, yet it's not drawn to scale too bad. It's a pain in the ass drawing with a mouse. These are our forwards here. Now, some will argue, especially on my roller teams, you don't have to have a defense in here. I like to put him there in case we cough it up, but he doesn't have to be there. I notice most teams just intuitively don't do that anyway. I think a roller, you like to have a high guy like back here somewhere, and so you can just throw a weight to him. Of course, there's no offside in roller, but so you can argue, you don't want this guy here. That's fine, but this is more important for the forwards. What the forwards need to do is I think the easiest way to break out is to go bottoms up / inside out. So what that means is when I have the puck and I'm behind the net, which I do a lot, and this is a controlled breakout, right, in which you're not getting too much pressure. What you're going to do is, as a forward, you want to come down and curl back up, okay? And you don't have to skate hard. You're not skating your ass out. It's just you just have to make sure you skate in this pattern. I'll wait till you catch up, okay? You just have to skate in that pattern. And you have to make sure you come low. Okay, you don't want to do one of these where it's up here. The whole point is if they have a defense in here, and say I were to pass to you, you don't want that guy to pick it off. Okay, while the puck's getting to you, you want to make sure you're way lower and you have speed going up. Especially you guys who can stick handle better, especially like Blair. Um, so right, and so the other forward. The other forward would be okay. I didn't explain this during the last video. I don't think I did, but so if I'm already getting the puck and you can tell the action's going this way, like the puck is going to be going towards this side, which is called the strong side, you're going to be the weak side forward. And as a weak side forward, you're going to follow this pattern. You're going to go here, and you're going to cut diagonally across. Okay. That way, by the time the puck gets to this forward, he can pass to you diagonally up. And if he fumbles or something, this is perfectly fine. All he has to do is bank it off the board here, and you can just continue skating up. Okay? Now, a lot of times, I'm just chilling right behind the net. So maybe you're not sure which way to go. Just going to raise up this one. So if that's the case, where you know which way to swing out. Oops, sorry. Oh, shit. Hold on, let me put all that up. Okay, sorry. All right, so if I'm just sitting behind the net and the action wasn't going that way, you would just do the same thing. Just go inside out. Okay, and when I pass to this guy, you would actually cut across, and vice versa. If I pass to you, and I'm gonna try to give tape-to-tape passes. Can't always do that. Sometimes there's someone in the way. Even if the guys just kind of stand, someone on the other team is standing right there, it's gonna be dangerous. So I do have to roll it along the boards, but I'll try not to do that. I know Sugi and I both do that too much. So yeah, if I pass it this way, then this guy would do the same thing on the other side. He would just come across, go diagonally, so you can, by the time you get it, you can pass it to him here, or if you fumble, you bank on the boards. Okay, not just fumble, but if someone was happened, someone on the other team was in the way. Just take off the board for a safe pass. That's what our basic breakouts will look like. Can you go top down? Yes, you can go top down. It's just harder to, okay? Especially for if you're not familiar with all these concepts, and because we don't practice it. I think a lot of times when you go this way and then you receive the puck off the boards, it's usually harder because the problem is you're just going to carry the puck right back into our zone again. Right? It's not to say you can't do it. Especially like good players, you can do it. And ideally, you want to be able to do both ways: the bottoms up and the top down, / outside in. But if you do get that, and I pass it to you, this should be the play where I'm gonna go and you're gonna give and go, or you bank it off the boards behind you. You bank it like this so I can come and pick it up. Okay, it's probably gonna be a give and go, or the other option is, hopefully the other guy's not doing the same thing. The other guy should be doing a bottoms up if that's the case. If he's out and swinging up, then as soon as you get it, you should have a diagonal pass this way. Okay. That's if you do a top down approach. Like I said before, we're going to try not to do that. We're going to try to do it inside out / bottoms up. Okay, so again, your pattern's going to look like this. Okay. And I'm just going to wait for you. That's why sometimes I'm just sitting behind the net. I'm just going to keep waiting for you. And you know what? You won't always have a pass. Sometimes someone will be in the way, so I'm going to have to delay it. Okay. So you might be asking, well, what do I do if I don't get the pass, or I don't pass anyone? So just follow the pattern again. So you go up. I don't pass to you, and you just go down and do it on the other side. Okay. I don't pass to you again. Just go back the other way. And the other guy will do the same thing. Yep. It goes up. And just keep following this figure 8 pattern. Okay? You don't have to do figure 8s, but it's probably the easiest way. Okay, another thing you can do is you go down and up. I don't pass it to you, go down and up. Okay. Ideally, the figure 8's probably better, because it will throw your whoever's defending you will throw them off you. So that's kind of what the basic breakouts will look like. A lot of times, I'm just going to be waiting for you, and if you want to get even more clever, you can circle around me too. Okay, and that works pretty well. And if I don't pass to you, you can just do another loop. Okay? Or another figure 8, up to you. It's a lot of different ways to break out, but what I want to stress again is the bottom zip approach, inside out, and the key is to be moving. Right? Don't be stationary. There are a few times we'll end up stationary, but for the most part, you shouldn't just be sitting here. So if you're one of these guys that just sit there while I'm sitting here, no, it's no good. Okay. Again, if we do that, a few cases, I should pass, and you should probably give and go to me, or again, take it off the board, and I'm going to cut across. All right. But for the most part, you shouldn't be stationary. The forwards should be moving on a breakout. It's a lot harder to defend, okay, versus being stationary. Okay. All right, so that's enough of that. Let's go on to video. So first one, ignore the numbers. By the way, you're going to see some of this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. That's just for my reference. Don't worry about it. I actually take them off in later videos because my Camtasia has editing, rendering problems or whatever. Also, yeah, I do understand the first period does, the angle sucks, as I learned watching these videos. Yeah, in future videos, I'll definitely just record from the top. It's way better. The angle sucks, yeah. Okay, so let's move on to our first breakout. Alright, looking at these breakouts, I have a feeling it's going to be kind of long. I'll try to speed it up. First one's here. And you swing it right around the board, and this guy beats you to that. So that's what I mean by you want to be lower, and you also you don't want this guy to beat you. And Scott, the other part too is you don't have to swing that around right away. Oh, good job. Way to win the battle, Jason. Okay, so let me go back. All right, so Scott, here's the thing about you two. You're pretty skilled. Okay, when these guys chase you, just burn their ass. All right. I'll try not to extend this too long. Let me bring this up. All right. So as a defenseman, this is where some of the skill comes in. When you're getting a puck behind the net, there's a couple counters you can do. Okay, if the guy follows you and is chasing you behind you, the pressure is directly behind you. All you have to do is just keep skating it out. Okay. If he tries to cut you off this way, then the simple defense is the misdirection. Okay, that's where for you better skaters, you can just turn your back down and turn really fast. That's the defense against that. Right? When they pressure you on your inside shoulder. The rest of your forwards, you have to kind of read that. It's not easy, but let me change the color here. It's not easy, but so at first, like you might be thinking, oh, Scott's gonna go around the net, but so you're ready to do that pattern I was talking about. But you have to recognize is covering his inside shoulder, the play should go the other way. Okay. And so you should be starting ready to come this way. You'd be the weak side forward, so you'd actually do this, while the other forward should be getting ready to receive it. All right. So so for you good skaters, Scott, Jason, you guys just have to the guy chases you behind, just burn him. Just burn him. That's why it's a mistake for a defensive player to chase you behind the net unless he can catch you or he can make you cough it up. But these guys are not very good, so just burn his ass. Nope. Race that. Yeah, so in this case, I would just skate it. I wouldn't even, you don't have to force it. What you want to do is you want to skate up, and as soon as that second guy pressures you, then you might want to pass it. First one. I'll go to the next one. Next one. I should have bought this up, but whenever the puck goes back here on the boards, as a defenseman, go to the quiet zone. The quiet zone is right behind the net. Okay, so you go here, take it behind the net, the quiet zone. The reason why it's called the quiet zone is because typically nobody's there. Okay, or you shouldn't have pressure there in most cases. Even if they had offensive pressure and you're skating up, you can just throw it back there, and usually no one's going to be back there. Okay. In this case, instead of turning your forehand, you want to take it to the backhand, and same deal. He chases you behind the net, then burn him. If he doesn't chase you, just stop up behind the net, okay, and let everybody regroup. Just take the puck and and just be patient, okay? Have some poise. One thing I should mention too is I know Serbe's an advocate of just throwing it down and icing it against certain teams, and that is true. If the other team pressures you well, then yes, that is correct. You should just ice it down. But your team's not going to get better at breaking out. So I suggest we use the rest of these regular season games to actually get better at breaking out. Okay? So to repeat that, if your team's not good at breaking out, yes, it's better to just ice it and try to take the puck by forechecking. But obviously, you're not going to get better at breaking out then. Okay, so let's use some of these games to practice that. We'll probably scrap some in the playoffs. Okay? Until we get better at it. And get soft patch on boards. Next one. All right. Again, quiet zone thing. So is that face off? I don't know. Scott, you get the puck on this board, getting no real pressure. Take your time. Take your time. Just take it back behind the net. Right. I think we all trust you, and I'm sure you trust yourself that you'll handle it pretty well. Kind of pass here. Yes, you want to take it behind the net and just let everybody set up again. Yeah. And Jay, don't force that pass. Or at least float it over him. I don't know. Let's go to the next one. All right, this one, good face-off one. So yeah, so we're lined up kind of funny here. I don't know what the hell's going on. But we have to be defensive now. Okay. All right, yeah. In the later video, I think it's a later video. I do talk about face-off assignments, how we should line up. I'll get into that more. Anyway, right now, Blood wins face-off. He actually did a really good job on face-offs. I think I said that in a later video. So this is perfect, Paul. You skate behind net and stop up. Perfect. Well done. Right? It's that easy. Okay. Go behind the net. Stop up. Now, this guy does like this crappy pressure. Just burn him. Paul, you have confidence that, if it's a good skater and he'll get you, then maybe you might want to just get rid of it. But, Paul, you're better than all these guys. He goes, just skate and burn him. Skate it out. That's the right time to skate up and then headman after. Or okay, so again, we're too far forward to too far. You want to swing down. Once you stop up, you want to swing down way down here. Okay. Not like do one of these. Well, I think you're actually doing that. Kind of look like you're just up here and kind of coming down. Okay. So the top-down approach is going to be hard, like I said. Work on the bottoms-up approach. Okay. Don't think anything special happened. Oh, okay. So I like that too. That was kind of a forced pass. I like the idea of it. That's generally what you want to do when you do a top-down approach. You come down this way, your goal is to just pass it right away. But again, if someone's there, all you have to do is take out the boards. You take out the boards, and this guy should read it and go towards the board. Okay. Play through. That's about it. Shot. Yeah. Good face-off one. Oh, if you want it on the forehand side, did I talk about this? No, I didn't. I do it later on. Yeah, win towards the board side. Well done. Okay. So Scott, you get the puck, throw it out. Again, just take the puck, go back behind the net. Very simple. I like to try to make a move. You just mishand a little. All right, whatever. Okay, good job. All right, gets you on a face-off. Yep. All right. So you run around the board. So again, go behind that, stop up. Be patient with it. Gets the ball there. Okay, you got it out. All right. Okay, first, I know this isn't breaking out, but Jay, why don't shoot on our own goal like the one thing. Secondly, stick lift the guy, all right? I don't think I covered the stick lift part of this. No, I didn't. Okay, but stick lift the guy. Okay, just stick lift, use your body and take the puck out. Okay, you don't have to hit the puck out right away, guys. You don't have to hit the shit out of it. All right, take the position instead. Get his body out of the way and then control it. Keep playing. This breakout is mainly more of a message to Sug, I guess. So he gets the puck back here. And then he swings around. Okay, so this is what I was talking about where, again, mainly to Sug, you should be trying to do a tape-to-tape pass versus these lazy swing around passes. It's easier to do, but it's harder for most people to handle on the board. So Tony kind of gets there and he goes out. Yeah, it's a Sug skate. Right? Skate and move your feet. Alright, so nothing special about this. You skate around the net, there's like zero pressure. And you got a headman right away. John, I do talk about this in the passing section. You have your head turned a lot here. You've got to be facing the passer. Okay. Particular feet positioning is usually not too good. I'll explain more on the later ones, but yeah, you want to be facing the passer all the time. Okay, you don't want your head turned at any point. And if it does, it needs to be quick. Okay, but your feet positioning is bad. It's lined up to be thrown right at your feet. Also, JDF Sug's kind of waiting for it too. And there's a pass. And you have to adjust, John. I mean, Jay, yeah, it's not a great pass, but John, you can really help him out. You're making the pass much worse than it really is. Just slow down and adjust your body. It's part of the receiving. So yeah, you want to stop up a little bit. Yeah. We have no breakout. No, we don't. Okay, next one. All right. So this next one, Blair, you go back behind the net, which I like. Just stop up here. Stop up. That's what I would do. Only so you can swing it right away. But there's a problem with swinging it, and you'll see what it is. So again, he's doing the top down thing I was talking about. Not the worst thing in the world, and I like this pass. It's the same thing as the other one. Okay, if you're not confident in passing that right away, take it off the boards. It's a lot safer to you also. If you guys are gonna make those passes, you gotta make sure you get it. Yeah. Good passer. Oh, I just have to bank it soft. Bank it soft on him. I think you banked it too hard on him. Yeah. Okay. And that breakout. All right, so we're actually lined up this way. I prefer two guys lined up on the other side, which I'll explain later in a later section. But yeah, if you're gonna line up like this, not terrible. Ideally, you want to do this. This is kind of pretty dead on. If he gets it, pass to the right to him. It's a pretty good and nice move here, Blair. Nice move. That was well executed. So it's not. I'm not saying you can't line up like that, but I certainly prefer the other way for defensive purposes. And I should have mentioned this at the very beginning, but I get a lot of this sounds like it's negative. I obviously did not include a lot of stuff that we did right. Well, I included every single breakout, but in other sections, I didn't include like good passes because they're all basic stuff. I think I'll point out any good plays that's notable. But yeah, a lot of stuff is I get it. It's negative. But too bad, right? Two ways to correct this. One, you can not watch this video if you get butt hurt by it, or two, just stop being a pussy. Yeah, moving on. Again, I'm saying all this to be helpful, okay? Go back. So I would just kind of go behind the net. Yeah, no, that was alright. I feel like we didn't have much going on, but you can always just go behind the net, reset, and regroup. Alright. We have Jason take it behind the net. Okay, so big problem with this breakout. It's stationary. I think Sue's on this side. Stationary. Yeah, can't do much with it. You get it, and Paul has to pick up speed, and then you guys are off. And I get it. That part looks. You might argue, well, what's wrong with that? Well, we're not getting speed as we go up, and it's a bad habit. I mean, right there, we had nobody pressuring, so that's why it looked so easy. But before he passes out, everybody should just be moving. Okay, everyone should have been swinging, and we pick up speed as we receive the puck. I don't know why it's separated like this. I didn't do it later on. In the second period, third period, whatever. Doesn't matter much. All right. That's not exactly a breakout, but it's like a neutral zone breakout. All right. All right. So, you guys play with me. I usually like to just take it back. The reason why I take it back behind the net is because this one wasn't so bad. I thought this one looked okay. But a lot of the problems with doing this, I think we're gonna see later, is I'm gonna carry it back because everyone's momentum is kind of just it's not going forward. Everyone's kind of either just going sideways, or it might even be going back to our own zone. Okay, and if I pass it to you as you're going back, it doesn't do us any good. So I want to go behind net so that you guys all have time to swing down and come up, get speed as you get the puck. Okay, everyone should be moving this way as I pass to you. Okay. Again, if we have trouble breaking out, it's better just to get it out. I get it. But let's work on it. This one wasn't actually that bad. We had room to skate up a little. I generally just take it back all the way though. And I think you got a headman right here right away. I don't think you did. Yeah, you got a headman. Did I talk about this one? I'm not sure. But either way, you got to headman to him because then what you're going to do is you're going to stop him at the line. That's no good. You got to feed him before, even if it's this little 2-foot pass, got to feed him. Now he has to stop, and yeah, so it gets tougher. This next one is a perfect example of what I was just talking about. Scott gets the puck, so you see everybody going back, right? Everyone's moving back. And so if you pass it to him, it won't do us any good. They're just going to keep going back. Watch what happens. Let me get rid of this crap. And you pass it, and he has nobody to pass it to. I can't blame him. The guy's pressuring you, Paul. So you can either try to hold on to it and make a move, turn towards the board if you think you can do it. But if you feel too much pressure, then just get rid of it. But that's why, as Scott, I would just go back behind the net. If he chases you behind the net, burn his ass. Okay. So that's a perfect example why in general, I like to just take it all the way back, start over. All right. Look at this one. All right. So Jay, as soon as you get it, John's wide open. You guys swing it right away. John, the thing is, you need to be more assertive. You got to call for it. So you're here, and you're kind of just floating this way. Okay. You want to hurry up and just curl this way right away so he can wrap it and you can skate as the puck goes around the board. Again, you don't want to do a top down because you're just going to bring it back into your own zone. So play it. Come on. Yes, you took kind of long. You still could have passed it to him, I guess. So again, you're kind of in this awkward position to receive. And so Jay, you actually use a big side forward here. I noticed you do that a lot. It's not in this case. It was okay, but a lot of times you want to use the strong side forward, the guy who's just right there. It's the easier pass, and it's also this one's a little more dangerous because if it gets picked off, it's a run the other way or a rush the other way. So give it to the strong side forward. That would be the first option. This weak side forward should be the second option. I think I always tell teams it's always a good idea instead of making these instead of making these long ass cross ice passes like from here to here. Everyone should always just be halfway. Okay, so when we move up as a unit together, it's always easier. Where if the guy has a puck on here, then everyone should not everyone, but one guy should be here. Sorry, that might be off the screen. And whoever's on the other side should start cutting it to half ice passes. I think that's one of the easiest things to do. Until you get much better. When you get better, you can do. It's not like you can't do cross ice passes. It's just it's a lot easier to pass those because they don't get picked off as much. So just do the occasional line pass. Most of them should be. And so I like how Tony cut in. Right, you just sit back there. I'm not sure what it was, Oh yeah, so use that strong side forward. So I go off on that tangent. Go and continue. Oh, actually, I'm just going to cut the rest of this part. Okay, so you dump it in. John, your first goal is you don't have to beat the guy to the puck. You have to beat him. Like when he gets to the puck, you just have to get to his stick. All right, stick lift that. Stick lift the shit out of him, guys. If we're not stick lifting, then we're we're definitely on the lower end of the hockey totem pole as a team. Yeah. It's one of the most basic skills. Stick with them. Boom, right there. All right, the rest of this is pretty nice. You get the puck, good pass, and didn't quite finish, but good job. Next one. All right, this one may seem really minor. I guess a lot of hockey is just these little details. It's what makes a skilled player. It's just a collection of small details. Do you get it? You guys kind of just half-ass pressure. Everyone else. So this is one of those deals. You guys got to skate back. You can't just coast back. Okay. Jay, you want to stop up behind the net because this is exactly what's going to happen. So he has nowhere to go, and you just throw it off, and nothing happens. Okay. One counter to that is again if you have the skating ability, misdirection. Right? Anytime I say misdirection, hopefully you guys know what that means. Misdirection, basically you're skating up, and the guy's pressing you. It's particularly on the fast guys too, who just go right at you. Then you just turn the other way really fast. Yeah. Let me show that one more time. So one, Jay, you should have just stopped up behind the net and go the other way. And two, the forwards. You guys gotta get back. You gotta get back, and Tony, you gotta be ahead. You want to skate so that you're coming down and getting it, and that 40-24 won't pick off whatever pass Jay can give you. Okay. In this case, this is a good time where John should get. This is a case where John should get a weak side pass. Yeah. You can also always reverse it too. Here, Sig's reliable behind the net, so just if you're not sure whether you can bank it off the Sig. Yeah. It's a bad breakout. And according to this video, it looks like we had like 30. Oh, there's another one. We had like 30 breakout chances. All you have, you want to take advantage of every one of them, of course. Okay, I remember this. Okay, so right idea. Okay, we're gonna handle that, John. Back up a little bit. Add more. Sorry. All right. So you get the puck. Okay, so a lot of you guys just kind of coasting. Okay. So the movement, the flow is going this way. So John, you want to start your trajectory already going like this. Okay, Tony, you want to go way down, come back up. Okay. It's hard to practice the exact timing on this. This is where we should, I think, an actual practice would help on timing issues. But yeah, a lot of this is timing. It's not necessarily hard skating. It's just timing. Right here, we're all just kind of coasting along. Okay, and the idea was right. Tony kind of did that, but Jay, you want to pass it along the board, okay? So you want to rim it. What I mean by rim it is you have to make sure the puck follows the board, okay? And then shitty boards will give a bounce off, but you don't worry about that. But you don't want to bank it. You're not passing here to bank it, okay? Maybe it was intentional, maybe not. I don't know, but you have to already have in your mind you're just gonna rim it. So you can even throw it back towards the board. It's just got to rim. By banking it, you give Tony some problems. Play it. Boink. Yeah, see, the guy almost picked it off. He didn't, but where did he get it out, John? I'm not sure. Oh, okay. This is like a series of 3 in a row. I think I showed that breakout too. So this is good. So this guy stops up, passes that way, and Pass to the middle. Well done. That's how you break out. And they're not very skilled, but they did it really well right there. You don't have to have skill to do it. You need proper positioning, right? Let's see what's going on. Okay. That bladder one's another face off. One's 60th face off right there. Okay, special there, but again, we're all going backwards, right? All our momentum's going backwards. It takes extra energy to give it to someone, and so these players like Blair, Jason, they're good enough to make something out of nothing. So even though they're going back, they can pick up speed and do it. But to make it easier, just take it behind the net. Take it behind the net. Have everybody go up together. Okay, well done. It's going on third period. All right. You want to face off. So you get to it. The guy's pressuring you, right? So, see, this is such a lazy ass play. You rimmed it around the board, and I don't think you did what Jay did. Basically, you banked it, and then you give him a hard pass. All right. You should have rimmed it for one thing. I couldn't tell how John was skating, but the other thing too, Sue, is I know. Let's go back there. I know Sue's an advocate of just getting it out right away. He doesn't think I should be turning directions and crap behind the net, but this is a classic one where the guy's putting inside pressure. Like I talked about, the guy's putting inside pressure, and then the counter to that is to misdirect and just turn the body the other way. So, and obviously you're capable of doing that. I think you're just being lazy about it. Like, yeah. The next one. This is well done right here. So he skates, goes behind our end. This is defensive zone, if you guys can tell. This is our goalie. So well done. Go to the quiet zone. Get the puck, go behind our net, and quiet zone. Quiet zone, stop up. Okay, well done. Well executed. So I think it's John there. So your trajectory's off, right? And you kind of do this weird thing here, okay? You don't want to receive that pass in the middle. It's kind of dangerous. You should have been skating kind of like this once it stopped up. Yeah. Hopefully you know now. I know all this is new for you, so I hate being a dead horse, but hopefully you guys get it after this. Okay, so again, you have your head turned. Alright, sorry to keep getting on you all about this. You have your head turned. That's not good. That's like Sue didn't pass to you. You got to turn your head the other way right away. Yep, okay, so you did, kind of, and then look back here. Okay, nice move. Yep, turn his ass around, come back. Good job. Alright, skating. Let's stop up. I know you know this. I feel like they're just being lazy, dude. Because he's gonna run to this. Goes and there's nobody there. And so he should have stopped up. Now he does make a good pass, but even so, I think. Well, actually, it wasn't a good pass. It's kind of a dangerous one. I'm glad it went through. Okay, this is nice though. All right, so you can see Soup let the puck go. Pretty smart. You guys need to have the presence of mind to do this too. So he passes and then he lets it go because he knows it's going right to the next guy. Quit being lazy, Soup. Stop up. And I know you were tired of this game. Yeah, this one was well executed. Scott, you get the puck. There's pressure on that side, so you do have to throw it around. It's going to be hard to turn around and pick up speed without the guy catching you. So I like that. Jason gets it. Think off the board. Now, preferably, I would just use the backhand because, yeah, you're more likely to get picked off that way. But it could break out anyway, overall. Let's watch that one again. Well, this guy gets the puck. Put it around. It's boom right away. Whoop. Nice breakout. Split to Paul. Goes behind the net. Okay, so the counter for somebody chasing you behind the net, what is it? Okay, if you guys burn his ass because he's sorry and he sucks, then you're correct. Let's go up and burn these idiots. Paul, especially, I don't know how you feel about your stick handling ability, but you got some handles. This guy's not very good. Go burn their ass. Right? Especially if you're out there with me or Sue, we're going to cover you. Right? So have confidence. Okay, we unfortunately get picked off. Again, that's why I don't like the top down. And Jason, good job. That sounds a quick one. Puck, and you throw it while we're changing lines. Okay. I guess what you could have done was just stop up right. Stop up right. Yeah. I think that's the best option. Just stop up behind the net and wait for us to regroup. That one's a little bit dangerous. This breakout was very simple. Letter skates behind the net. Stop up. The guy starts to pressure. Think off. I guess in this case, yeah, you can't do the tape pass, so you have to use the board. Well done. Usually, if the guy pressures you, I would burn him, but yeah, there's a second guy who's in your way. So Paul gets it, and he starts skating up. So you'll see right here, though, one thing I want to point out with this one is this is where being stationary here is that's going to work against you, okay? Or if you are doing a top down, if you're doing the top down and coming down. Because you have to take the puck and then you have to turn around and then you have to skate up. Okay, versus if you already sense if you guys were smart enough to see that I shouldn't say smart, that's a bad word. If you have the presence of mind to see that Blair would only have that way to go, you can already kind of just start skating up and then you can already get some speed as you get it. And you're off to the races. And these little things all add up, alright? But all in all, good breakout there. I'm just saying, bottoms up approach would be effective there. This example is another one to use the strong side and not the weak side. So, Jade, you have the easy side right here. John, present a target. Body is kind of turned. I hope you present a target. I'm not sure you did, if you did, but anyway. Okay, you did there. This is wide open. Feed him. Feed it to the easy guy. That's the easy play right here. Jay, you did go for like this long passer, okay, and you got it. But you're making it a lot harder for yourself. You don't get bonus points if the pass is longer, okay. You didn't make it tough on yourself, and they just took it, right? I just go for the strong side. The strong side is the first option. This is your brother right there. All right, at this point in the game, we're actually short-handed, but we do need a score, and this is what happens for Paul. You take it behind the net. It's fine. But what you want to do is you sort of stop up. That's good. And again, the guy pressures you behind net. Go burn his ass. Burn his ass. Go take it up, all right? And you go toe drag him. Yeah, so you kind of just do it out. Have confidence. Yeah, these guys aren't that good. Okay, that's the end of the breakout video. But yeah, all in all, our breakouts not too clean right now. Not yet. Right? Hopefully, we get it going though. Just these simple principles. If you don't remember anything, one thing to really remember is movement. Keep moving. Don't be stationary as a forward. All right. So with that in mind, we'll go ahead and go into team defense, which is our probably next biggest weakness that I see.